Hi, I'm Tyler. Welcome back to my channel. And I wasn't really planning on uploading a video today, but I had an awesome day at the junkyard yesterday. I met a fellow R50 owner. We pulled some parts, and I decided it'd be a good idea to make a video on all the different junkyard parts that you can find and put on your Pathfinder. Whether you find them on other vehicles or whether you can find them on Pathfinders, and equip them to yours. So here we go. Okay, so this is one of the first parts that most people think about when they think about junkyard parts that didn't already come on their Pathfinder. This is a 96 to 99 OEM steel construction tire carrier. Again, 96 to 99 Pathfinder. And this will fit any Pathfinder. All the quarter panels and all the trunk areas are designed exactly the same. So tire mount, you notice steel tubing is the construction on it. These are the hinges that go onto the rear quarter panel. Right here and here. It's pretty simplistic. Other than that, if you're gonna pull one and put it on your Pathfinder, you're going to want to be familiar with the common method of installing it. That's an N-Pora thread that I'll link in the description below. If you want more pictures and videos on these, I have a video on how to remove one of these and what it takes. It's actually really straightforward. I also have a video on the aluminum tire carrier, which is the same as this, except it only came in the 99.5 SE Limited with the off-road package. But same construction, just lighter and square-ish tubing with a beige color instead of this black steel. If you're gonna pull one of these, you're going to want to get all the mounting hardware that attaches. You can see I've got one of these plates stuck in it right now, but then there's a door signal switch that'll plug into that sensor right there. And then there is another receiving plate right here. And you're gonna reinforce this if you're retrofitting it onto another Pathfinder. But like I said, this is a steel one. It's pretty heavy. I'm shipping it to a guy, and the shipping is really expensive. But if you're getting that aluminum one, if you can, that one's lighter, and I think it's really cool. It's probably the rarest OEM R50 part, but I'll have both those tire carrier videos down in the description. Okay, we're under the Pathfinder for this one. This is the OEM transfer case skid plate. You'll find this on a WD-21 Pathfinder or a hard body. They have the same transfer case, at least the mounting. And so the skid plate that they come with will bolt right up to any manual transfer case R50. You'll notice mine has a bit of a ding in it, which means it got used at least once. But yeah, definitely good. Protect your transfer case. This is OEM and it's pretty cheap. My junkyard prices are really cheap. I've actually shipped out several of these because I can get them for so cheap, and they're not hard to ship, but they're a great part to pull from a junkyard if you get access to a WD-21 or a hard body. Another one on my R50. This is a trailer hitch. Any trailer hitch that you find on another R50 Pathfinder is going to fit yours. The OEM one is super cool. I just have an aftermarket one that I found in a junkyard. These could be a little bit more expensive at junkyards, but honestly, for the price, this was a great little add-on. I have a light mounted to it and a D-ring, which is super handy, and I've definitely backed into a couple of rocks a few times. You can see some of those marks from backing into stuff, and this has worked great. Okay, this is something that I just pulled this weekend, and it is an OEM style, well, it's an OEM off a different vehicle, and it is a distributor block. You can see my power cord that would run to the battery, and I can run all my accessories off of it. And it's already fused. It's so clean. This is something you'll find on Audi, Volkswagen, or Volvo sedans. This one, don't remember what sedan it was. If I go back to the junkyard, I'll be sure to find out and put that in the description of the video. But this we found on the right hand, the driver's side of the engine bay, and we just snipped all the wires out, and I'll splice in my own stuff for this, but it's super overbuilt. Look how thick this wire is. So yeah, this is a great way to get a cheap distributor block for your auxiliary light setup or whatever else you're running. I'll probably plug a CB and all my lights into this. This is a great way to set up your electrical needs. This was only like 10 bucks at a junkyard. Super awesome. An OEM part that I like to pull is CV axles. Sometimes aftermarket ones don't have quite as good of tolerance, so they're not as good for a lifted vehicle. So when I tore my boots on my original CV axles, I went ahead and pulled ones off Junkyard Pathfinders. They're OEM, and they're like 26 bucks an axle, I think, which is a pretty good price for me compared to buying brand new ones. I haven't had any worries with these. They work great. So this is a bit of a different part that I happen to have off my vehicle right now. This is, I would call it a rack and pinion guard. It's off a pre-facelift Pathfinder, and this plate right here is right in front of your rack and pinion. This isn't super strong. I found it already with a dent in it. It's pretty thin-walled steel, but at some point I might add just a little bit of extra plating across the mounts here, and then I would have a decent splash guard that's going to keep dirt and mud out of the way. Not a skid plate, 100% not a skid plate. But this will keep debris out of your undercarriage and out of your steering, which is nice. And I mean, it's better to hit this on a rock and hear it and then have a damage this than to hit your rock on something else and have a damage something that needs to function, as opposed to a cheap piece of steel. And yeah, this will fit any Pathfinder. I have it on mine because I don't have the factory skid plate. It tore off a long time before I ever had the car. And so this is the best I can do for the money I was willing to put towards that project at the time. Might go away, might get changed, but that's another cool OEM part that you can consider. Okay, this is something that's been on my Pathfinder for a while now. This is a Honeycomb Grille. I believe this is 99.5 to somewhere through 2000 or 2001 that you get the Honeycomb Grille. My white original grill was a piece of crap, and I found this. This was $5 at a junkyard. It was already black. I plastied it the center black and then put my existing Nissan logo over it. Eventually I'll have a white one that I got from a different junkyard. I have a friend in Montana who's got a white one that he pulled for me. We just haven't met up yet. So that'll be going on soon. But again, junkyard part, Honeycomb Grille. If that's your style, great. Or if you want to go the other way, you want to go honeycomb to something else. They all fit just fine. It's all the same exact mounting points. Mine are kind of screwed up from a front end wreck in a previous life, but yeah, it fits just as good as the previous grill did. Another thing that I've seen, I had a friend who did this. This is an 03 to 04 SE roof rack, and I have seen people pull this roof rack and it will fit on any other Pathfinder. These rails that run along here, they are all throughout the R50 generation, so any R50 roof rack will fit another R50. If you want info on this roof rack, I have a video of that. I'll put it in the description. So currently, this fog light is from a junkyard. This was about 11 bucks at my junkyard. This is another part that I shipped out to other people. Previous one was cracked. Put this one in, and I've had no problems with it since. It's been awesome. So my gas fuel door is off of a pre-facelift black R50. They all fit exactly the same, facelift or not facelift. So this is just one I pulled from a junkyard pre-facelift, and it works perfectly. It looks great. Small things that I pulled would include like blower motor for my AC, trim pieces. I broke a trim piece on the front corner of the roof rack. I broke a trim piece, the A-pillars. I pulled those from a junkyard, super cheap. And so yeah, when you can't find OEM stuff that's new online for a good price, or you can't find it at all, like those roof rack trim pieces, junkyards work great for that. So small interior fixes, larger OEM parts like those CV axles, or even add-ons like tire carriers and different grills, fog lights, all that great stuff. I love finding it at junkyards. That's my go-to before I go buy any brand new part. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. If you have shipping questions about parts, I do ship parts from time to time, like that tire carrier I got sitting right now. So feel free to hit me up and we can work something out. We can see if we can get you a part. I love helping out. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching, guys.